It's a spooky Podzooky. It's that time of year. It's fun to say that every year. Anyways, we had on returning champion all-around great guest Jamie Carbone to talk about the Korean kaiju slash horror film slash not great, but really funny to talk about, Sector 7. It's fine. It is what it is, but it's a great episode. And as always, if you like the podcast, give us a little review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get this from, and maybe write us an email at podzookyypodcast@gmail.com. That's Podzooky podcast@gmail.com. If you recommend something, we might even watch it and talk about it. And as always, something spooky. You fill in the blanks. I don't gotta do all the work for you. You hear the music. It's spooky season.
Render unto Ghidra what is Ghidra's. 10 to 1 he sees you through a beaker and a tweezers. Read the fine print and be like, what's the big deal? Spun wheels of steel since broke wheel, big wheel. Back when it was greasy as curl, now it's easy dread. Had a rhyme on how they used to tease him about his peasy head. Yes, y'all, to the beat. Have a ball.
Recording shit.
Jamie, now China has information on the pants you like.
Yeah.
Well, they're welcome to know that I like linen joggers.
Your thing is you get pantsed in different scenarios.
I mean, I do have a TikTok account, and it actually has like almost 17K followers.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I never got on TikTok.
It's just dumb bits.
Can TikTok get monetized at all?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I'm at that point where I technically am monetized, and I get like offered sponsorship stuff. I never do anything with it though. I probably should. I just don't know how to.
There's always Blue Chew.
Before we get to, the business of the podcast, what is your ideal sponsor? What's your ideal TikTok sponsor?
My ideal TikTok sponsor would be Doctor Who, baby.
Doctor Who?
This is like from like 3 doctors ago. I haven't watched it in a while.
I would want a sponsor. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just unpacking. I'm going through all my boxes to find stuff to sell. Like, you can't see it, but, like, right to my left, you can kind of see that bag. I'm, like, going through old boxes of, like, nerd shit from the last time I moved from Chicago to Portland. Be like, did I miss this or open this or display this at all? And if I didn't, it goes in the pile to get sold.
That's the nerd version of, does it kindle joy or not?
Yes, exactly. Did I swing my nerd dick about this?
Yeah, I feel that's a very good method to do, especially because almost everything's got resale value now, which is nice.
I already started my recording. Should I not have?
No,
we
need all
recorded
of this.
But we should do the countdown. So we'll do 10 seconds. No, that's not it. There we go. Nice. Okay. We'll use that as an editing point. We get the beginning parts too. I really hope we got the pants part in. Because I thought it was a bit, but I didn't realize. I'm gonna pull up the TikTok website right now. TikTok.
So like
store.
you'll find like. On the TikTok shop, you'll have people that like it's clearly like it's usually pretty poorly made.
Oh, okay. It's like an Etsy. I never imagined it like this. This is interesting.
Now, is this like that idea from 30 Rock where like people will use these things in their TikToks and then you can go here and buy them?
Yes. So people will like that's a lot of the sponsorship deals are like people will make like sketch videos like about a product to like help sell the product basically.
Okay.
Or they'll be like wearing them in one of their normal things. And it'll be like, you'll see like the little, this is sponsored for what? And you can be like, I could buy that sweater.
I had this thing that I wanted to do a few years back that I filmed a couple, but I never like edited them into anything, where it was just me and popping up in like a random place at my apartment, like under a table, or I did one like in my shower while it was running where I would just recount an SNL sketch.
It's really funny
from memory.
That's a fun bit.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Synchronized Swimmers bit in the sketch?
No.
Martin Short and I'm trying to remember the other one.
I've seen the River and the Lake talk show with Conor O'Malley.
That's a great
that's
one.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
He's on the first episode of the new season of Smiling Friends.
I thought it was really good. I'm excited to see. But did they not do a new episode this week? Because I didn't.
No, they did. It's a Mr. Frog episode.
Yeah.
Oh, then for whatever reason my my HBO did not tell me there was a new one.
And also you said Chair Company's out now too, right?
Yeah, the first episode of the Chair Company's out. I haven't seen it yet.
Did that come out too? Holy shit!
Yeah,
whose house are you guys in?
Or Brandon's house.
Okay.
Which one do you think owns a house?
Yeah, because I walk by where you used to live pretty often because I'm going down Lincoln all the time.
I was there last summer when I was visiting Chicago. I went and walked up to my old house to see if any of that area had changed.
Yeah, it's a lot has changed. Oh, well, a lot has changed now. I'm sorry to say. They got new
fine.
roads.
Right. They did new roads when I lived there.
Yeah, they're out of control with these roads, in my opinion. They also changed the McDonald's parking lot again.
You can count on one thing. If the roads don't need to be fixed, they're going to get priority when it comes to fixing them.
We love a road.
I mean, wasn't there the guy who was drawing like giant dicks around potholes to try and get them fixed? Wasn't that in Chicago?
No, but I like that idea.
I'm familiar with that story, but only as like lore. I don't know where it could be.
I've heard that story about so many different cities, but not about Chicago specifically.
Yeah. That's a good idea, though.
Like that haunted house where they can throw you out the windows.
Wait, is that true?
I like Club Haunted House, but I really want to go to Club Aqua.
Is that
That wasn't worth it. Yeah, right.
They're the
it was.
They're
I
the
want to go there.
they're Barbie girl, right?
I hear Kim Kardashian's head falls off there every night.
Oh.
I think because you got it backwards, didn't you? You said Aqua second.
Yeah. I said Aqua second, but it was Club Haunted. But you were talking about Club Haunted. Haunted houses, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna flip it.
I guess
Martin, thank you for that package, by the way.
Yeah, of course. I hope you get some good enjoyment out of those games.
Ooh, what games? Did you
Yeah,
send?
A bunch of them. I bought a bunch of games off of Martin.
Yeah, Martin's got. Well, that'd probably be a very long list. I feel like we should do our intros. Once again, we're America's only podcast
The
talking
battery
about.
still works in this.
Ooh, does it make a sound?
I haven't. It used to.
Nice. Okay, how's our battery looking too? I should check our battery on this. This is good.
It does not.
Okay.
But and the lighting up stopped too.
Nice.
That was the last.
It only lights. It lights up only when it's in base mode. This isn't interesting.
That's very. I like it. We're talking about Doctor Who sonic screwdrivers. You know them. You love them. And once again,
But like a toy version of it, not an actual Doctor Who sonic screwdriver.
yeah, this
Who
is
knows?
Why do their sonic screwdrivers change? Like, wouldn't they just does that metamorph
It's like with
them?
the clothes. It's like them. Like they get a new Sonic to represent
Their personality.
who they are as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like every year of being a teenager, you get a new persona.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like
Red Panda, Raccoon.
Super Sentai. But is there a
Pendulum.
canonical
Yeah.
reason why the screwdriver also changes?
They call it like upgrading or like the
Okay.
new model and stuff like that, but they don't like actively talk about it.
Just
They
a little
have
bit
a
of
new
fun.
Sonic.
Like it's just a show. Just relax.
Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, they do occasionally be like, oh, I got this new one, or like there was one where like they regenerated and the TARDIS regenerated, and there's a dramatic moment of them taking a new sonic screwdriver out of the console of the TARDIS, but the logic is not consistent.
No, I kind of
Let me
like
say it
that
that
for
way.
it though.
Yeah.
I watched the 2023 specials. They did the Christmas ones for when they switched
Yeah, I
over
watched
to
it.
Disney.
That was the lot with the new guy, with the old guy and then becoming the new guy.
Yeah.
Those are the last ones I watched.
They were pretty fun, but I feel like I have such an itch that's easily scratched by Doctor Who, where it's a series I like, but I'll go back to the specials people are talking about, a few episodes, watch it, and like, that was good. I don't feel like the need to go through like a whole season or whatever the catalog is
Yeah,
at the time.
I mean, there's just so much TV.
There's too much.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it just me? But I feel like the 2010s had a lot of BBC shows were really popular, like Top
Yeah.
Gear,
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
It was
the
also,
show we've
like-
been talking about that I can't remember the name of right now.
Like when we were in the late aughts, early 2010s was when a lot of those shows were like cheaper to broadcast on like Sci-Fi and stuff like that. So you would get like Sherlock. You would get, what was the one with they're all like, there's like a vampire and a werewolf and a ghost and they live together.
Oh, well,
It was called like Being Human.
Oh,
Wasn't that Scooby Doo in the Spook School? What was that one called?
you can't say that anymore.
What? Scooby-Doo and the Spook School?
Yeah.
What was that?
But then
Well,
also
here's
I was...
Go ahead.
It was like, that's when Adult Swim was running like British sitcoms, like Garth Marenghi,
Oh god, Dark Place.
Yeah.
One of the
Snuffbox,
best.
stuff like that. So
Well,
Mighty Boosh. Yeah.
Well, speaking of the 2010s, I think Jamie, are you the one who came up with this movie that we're doing today?
no,
Wait, did we introduce ourselves?
Oh, we haven't.
You started to.
I got interrupted. Everybody's being rude to me. It's, hey, listen, everybody. It's America's favorite Christian podcast about big monsters and the life of sin they're living in. It's Podzooky. I'm one of your Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Brandon Kirkman.
I'm another one of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Luke Evans Flip.
I'm your third Hollywood Kaiju bad boy, Martin Felshman, and joining us for our episode tonight is a very special guest, returning friend, and certified Digidestined. Everyone give it up for Jamie Carbone.
Woo!
Hey, my 7-year ban is over, nerds. I'm back. I got banned for making them watch Power Rangers Turbo, but here I am again to talk about a movie arguably worse.
We floated doing Power Rangers 2018, but we'll probably just have you back in a few months to do that, I think.
That's fine. I mean, I'm hoping I can, now that I'm within driving distance, I can come back to Chicago like 3 or 4 times a year.
Woo! That'd you can see some babies. Do you play Magic the Gathering?
Brandon, no, but I'm willing to borrow other people's decks and play as a group.
Let's
well, we talked about Doctor Who, and the Doctor Who set's really great. Okay, well, let's get into it.
I like that even Magic the Gathering is like, it's just IP City.
Well, the funny thing is, okay, so not to promote, but
there's going to be a Monsters Inc.
I think I'm going to release this in time, but I'm going to be on Genius Night on Monday at the Cafe Mustache 7 p.m. You should go. Where you have like a bunch of comedians have a specific subject they're going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about Magic the Gathering lore because the original lore for it's really funny and stupid and goofy. But then it got literally Fortnitification, where they literally did a Fortnite set a few years ago, and now they've just been doing different sets like that, which is silly. SpongeBob's there.
Flux did that too, but I guess that was more just they all played basically the same. It was just different
Flux
codings.
did that. Not Minions. What was the game? Munchkin. Munchkin did
Munchkin.
that. Where they did a bunch of crossovers
Those kind of
with IPs.
Yeah. Man, well, the thing is, like, it's just free advertising, which is the stupidest thing when you realize. It's like, oh, here we got this property, so other nerds can like this and go buy those things. Am I excited about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? I said that funny. The TMNT set for Magic that's coming out. Yes, it's fine. Don't think about it.
Did you see the way they're doing the special lands for that set?
It's really cool. The pizza box.
Yeah.
No, there's so... How are you going to make a plain pizza card and it's not a plain slice of pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
As opposed to the weird onion thing it is.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
But also, like, Bebop and Rocksteady is going to be a really good commander.
I don't give
They're
a shit.
really good.
You know
They
what
fucked up the
packaging
pizza.
I want to return? Do you guys remember a Monster in My Pocket?
Oh, yeah.
When you'd introduce it to a little water and those vinegar packets would make the pouch dissolve.
Yeah, those were really cool.
And then it was just a little...
It's a fun way to do, like, a blind bag, I feel like. They got to do stuff like that
They
again.
do stuff
No,
like that.
I don't know if that made it to West Virginia. We got skipped for a lot of shit.
Oh, well, yeah, it was just... they also had a cartoon, but it was just these
The
little,
cartoon, like the name sounds familiar, but I don't remember the toy.
Yeah, it was a big
the
one.
Cartoon.
It was basically the same thing as, like, the muscles. They were
yeah.
just, I don't even think they were colored. They were, like, one, like...
The font for it was really cool, I remember, specifically. So Monster in My Pocket, we were live Googling.
Yeah, I remember it had an NES game as well.
The NES game was cool. I remember playing it.
They would play that on Nick Arcade all the time. It was one of the games that
God, I love
made
Nick
the rounds on
Arcade
there.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Should we watch the YouTube on it? It's let's see how long it is real quick. It's 4 minutes. We could do this. No, let's do it.
It's
Okay, stop.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's of the same era of like Creepy Crawlies when like
Creepy Crawlies is
Now,
pretty
Creepy
gross
Crawlies,
and
we
creepy
got
stuff.
Creepy Crawlies, and I didn't realize that those were rubber as a kid. I thought it was like easy bake oven where you were making.
Yeah, I thought it was candy too.
Candy.
edible. Yeah.
And
Did you ever eat Eddie?
Yeah, I made like a tarantula, and I was like, tight, time to eat it. And then I bit into it, and I'm like, this is just rubber.
But it
I
tastes
feel
kinda
tricked
good.
and maligned.
They did eventually. I don't remember what the name was, but it was like a mad scientist.
You're right,
set,
they did do a
but
food
it would
one, yeah,
make
food
Yeah.
lab.
And there's like a bubbling one that it was like a skull you could eat out of.
Yeah, it always. I didn't want to eat stuff that was gross. Like I appreciated gross stuff, but I did. There was one where it was like a sugar that you put into a liquid and it would make like a skin
Oof.
and like a sweet skin that you would eat. And I was like, that sounds gross.
Dr.
hate that.
Dreadful.
Dr. Dreadful. I'm gonna look at the font real quick they use for that too. Dr. Dreadful.
If you want to talk about fonts, Jurassic Park uses the same font.
I thought you were gonna title the movie we were
As-
talking about for a second.
Cool Runnings.
Is it? No way.
Yeah,
That-
they have the
that's
same
true.
font on the poster.
Okay, I'm typing Cool Runnings right now. Yeah, look at that. Cool Runnings. Jamaica.
More so in that first
Yeah, more
one than
so.
in that third one.
Why did it get
I love-
smaller?
Cool
John
Runnings was a
Candy.
movie I watched. When we were kids, we had a little TV with a little built-in VCR that we would take on long road trips.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool Runnings was like we just watched the same like 4 VHS tapes over and over again, and Cool Runnings was one of them.
Cool Runnings is a movie. If I came by it and it was on, I would probably have to watch it all the way through. Yeah. I don't think I could stop watching it. It's not even like I love it more than other movies. It's just it came out at the right time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's heartwarming.
It is. I
feel the same way. Like, there's like a bunch of like early '90s, mid '90s, like sports kid movies, like Little Giants. I'll watch Sandlot, Rookie of the Year, stuff like that. Mighty Ducks too.
Yeah, it's about somebody who loses.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
It was like Rocky
too.
They all took it from Rocky.
Like life.
Oh, speaking of losers, you brought up this movie, right?
Okay, there we go. We got there. I know. So I got this movie recommended because I literally went to like a kaiju movie Reddit for like good horror kaiju movies because I want to do something. It's Halloween, spooky month. We've had Jamie on in the past for a spooky month, so I wanted to get you back for this. And it's like, Sector 7 was recommended, so I'll check that out. And I mean, we'll talk.
Sector 7.
Sector 7.
Which, the entire time, speaking of Dr. Terrible or whatever his name was, I kept thinking of like that kind of character saying the title of this movie anytime it came up.
Yep, a Korean kaiju horror film from 2011, directed by Kim Ji-hoon. He did a few other movies. May 18th, which is a big one in Korea. It's about the Ganju massacre, and then also there's another one he just called The Tower. That was a big hit, but it's about a guy who has to get out of a burning tower.
I know one thing about this director. Yeah. They've seen the work of Michael Bay.
It's very Michael Bay coded, and I kind of liked it a lot for that reason.
That opening shot when you introduce what's the main female character?
That's going to be Chae Ha-jun, but I was just going to call her Hardass because that's her nickname. In
Hardass.
Yeah, when they say her name is Hardass before they say her real name.
Yeah,
but when they introduce her, that's the scene from Armageddon.
Yeah,
when they introduce Bruce Willis's character.
Well, except they're getting gooped up.
Yeah, it's not as well directed or shot or as good special effects, but it's
the special effects
by that scene.
Actively pulled me out of this so hard that I did not like the movie.
They never have more than 100 feet in any direction to work with.
So here's what I want to say. As somebody who loves the Tokusatsu general, your Kamen Riders, your Super Sentais, your Power Rangers, when there's bad special effects in a movie, but everybody's honoring the veil of fakeness to it, and they're really treating it seriously, I fucking love that. Just like they're all having their reactions. The scary monster's there with the worst CGI you've ever seen. It's beautiful. I really enjoyed it for that reason, but it's also understandably would take someone out of the movie who's into that, and it did look like shit.
I will say I didn't like this movie at the beginning, but then by the end, I still didn't like it. But I did kind of like the monster a little bit. We'll get to that as we get more of the monster. Cool. Yeah. Once the monster started showing up, I didn't like it, but it did grow on me a little bit. So as it started getting more fucked up,
and just
I liked it.
To get to the plot of the movie, it's very, as we say in so many fucking Podzooky episodes, we could breeze through this plot so fast.
They are in Sector 7, which is an oil rig, just nondescript oil rig. Picture an oil rig, you were picturing exactly.
One sec, we're skipping the entire opening scene where there's that guy underwater who I guess has the first encounter with the monster?
It's supposedly like 20 years ago when they reveal it later.
Because, what I thought was the scene when the villain killed the father, because they already knew about the fish, the oil fish.
Yeah, Captain Lee.
Yeah.
So, that, they were kind of, because it seemed like they were implying that, that's when he discovered it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but then later they were like, we made this monster out of it, and then that, killed him. But then they had implied he was already dead when they, made the monster. It was not consistent.
This movie has consistency problems all over the place.
Because I thought what it said was that the villain of the movie had set it up for him to be killed.
Yeah.
But also, I might not be paid attention.
Also, if I'm remembering correctly, too, I think 2011 is the same year that The Host came out. I'm going to check that real quick. Another great Korean monster film.
That would make sense. That would also make this movie look
2006.
Worse. Oh, that makes
that's even worse.
So much worse.
Wow, I didn't realize The Host came out that long ago.
I wouldn't even... This is definitely somebody who wants to make a Michael Bay type movie, someone who doesn't really understand theming or character or plot. Yeah. They just want to shoot cool action stuff.
Who did we do The Host with for Podzooky? Because, man, I love that film.
Did we do that with Tristan?
We can look that
up. I think we did with Tristan. No, we don't do good movies with Tristan. We make him suffer. Let's see real quick here. Scott Meyer, I think. Let me know. It's not right. Why am I doing this during the live episode?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, let's get back to this. I'm going to look at the TikTok shop real quick. Sorry. I love computer. We did the host. I'll figure it out later as we're talking.
Well, that is crazy that the host came out in 2006.
Looks way better.
The special effects are like on par with each other, but they're used way better than the host.
Yeah.
In this movie, I thought it was kind of crazy because the cheap part was the live action actors. Like, that's clearly where they were cutting corners with everything. Like, if they just spent a bit more money and made them animated as well, as opposed to the monster, I think this movie might have been halfway decent.
I actively was like, if they animated this whole thing, I would have liked this.
Yeah, exactly. Because, well, even when the special effects or anytime you get a good look at the oil rig while they're standing on it, it looks like Nick Arcade from the end when they're standing on top of the...
It looks like ass. Ass is how I would describe it. It looks like it was computer generated by an ass.
Okay, so our characters are oil drillers. They're drilling for petroleum.
Yes.
Okay, I think... So, Martin made a really good joke, is that before I watched this, I asked Martin what he thought. He's like, this movie should have been made in America. Or it feels like it was an American-made movie. And then when I was trying to figure out when I watched it, I'm like, oh, because they want oil so bad. Like,
yeah.
They just
right.
they desire
that was like
oil.
The lesson of the movie is that, like when, spoiler alert, at the end when they're looking at the messages they wrote, like one guy's like, the ocean is full of oil! And then it's got the shots beautiful. Of all of the oil rigs. And I'm just like, this is horrible.
Yeah, they saw There Will Be Blood, and they were like, that looks awesome. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Put out in the middle of the ocean.
From There Will Be Blood.
Also, I also thought it was crazy because the main character, Hardass, she was like, if there's not oil there, there's not oil there. You can't will there being oil in the place where you built your oil rig that does not move.
Yeah.
She was saying that, but then she was also like, but I refuse to abandon it.
Which is very stupid.
I hated her. I didn't like anybody in the cast outside of like 3 people.
Yeah, or how are you saying you disliked the dude in the Leonard Skinner shirt? That dude fucking ruled.
Yeah, that was great.
Every character in this movie went to the Doug Walker School of Acting.
Yeah.
They're all flailing about the Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, okay.
My kids are sleeping.
I mean, here's the thing.
No, they
with a lot, like you can watch a lot of like modern Korean stuff, and it is still a lot of like overacting and like unless it is like romance.
Yeah, well, the host has a lot of that.
Fucking Squid Game, like watch those guys, and they're just like, "Hey, buddy," and stuff like that. They like overact all their movements because they treat it like theater instead of like TV.
It's more annoying in this movie though than it is.
I'm sorry we have to divide the crew like this, but I think Brandon and I are on team. Like, this was a good movie that was very enjoyable.
I enjoyed it a lot, but it's also a bad film. It's much like, once again, if you're enjoying a Michael Bay film.
Like, I'm not saying your criticisms are invalid at all, because like a lot of the things in this movie are ass. But also, when they're riding the motorcycles, it just looks so bad.
It looks like a Tim and Eric sketch when they're riding the motorcycles.
So I will say, my problem with this movie is, like, I got over the bad CGI because I initially liked these characters. Like, I liked their interactions. I liked that they were a bunch of goofs. I liked that they were having fun. But then the second the monster appears, they all become fucking idiots.
Yes.
In a way
really
that
stupid.
is really, really distracting.
There's so many charming characters, like you're saying. Like, especially, I think it was their characters were named Go Jong Yoon and then Jang Moon Hyung were Young.
I just remember Jong Man.
Yeah, but those two were the ones that were like, the one was like the senpai, basically saying like, you gotta do this.
Yeah, I like those. Those are the 2 of the 3 that I liked the whole time.
I thought they were gonna have like, and this is cutting ahead, but I thought they were gonna have like a really fun or maybe like epic moment of like they get out of the monster and he saves the other guy, but they get fucking trashed.
Yeah.
Man, they get, and also this monster, like, is just always where it needs to be. Like it moves, like the way it moves around this place is like lightning speed and also incredibly slow if the camera is on it. Like it follows horror trope rules, but not in a way that is appealing. Its movement's clearly based on an elephant seal, and that's not scary. Like it's just like plodding along with its fucking flipper arms, and I'm just like, all right, man.
It's not scary, and it clearly has no weight in the scene, as opposed to everyone else in it. Like, you've got these real people, and then you've got this thing that's hollow, essentially. It's just like a graphic
but also
with nothing
strong
inside
enough to crush someone immediately.
See, I feel like we're getting into like the really specific critiques of like Podzooky. We've been doing this so long that the last 2 movies in a row we've been taken out of it because the weight of the monster's wrong. Like if you go back and you listen to the Peacock King, we had the same issue where the monster was like this weird foam rubber prop that looked like they're just flinging around.
Well, I mean,
you gotta get the weights right. It is important. I'm not even joking about this.
But like, okay, so like to put it, like there were moments where it was like pounding through like steel bulkheads. No problem. And then like, I can't get through an elevator until everybody's on there. Or this glass is giving me trouble. Even though I had previously shown myself to be able to like smash through anything.
Like when it kills the 2 buddies we like it literally is like tearing the steel apart to get to them. And
sometimes the tentacle wants to kill you. Sometimes it just wants to see what you're all about. Just look at you a little bit.
But like, how does it also know where everyone is so perfectly? Like, it doesn't have visible eyes. It doesn't seem to have a nose. How is it sensing everybody so perfectly and, like, moving? Oh, I hated this fucking monster.
The only thing they ever showed was, like, it had, like, a sensor could smell blood. That's about it.
I think we're all missing the most important things, which are that its blood is made of petroleum and that it's apparently constantly covered in its own cum.
Yes.
Its blood is made of petroleum, yet setting it on fire only works for a minute. Yeah. And then it stops burning.
Yeah, like it was constantly putting itself out. And like they even talk about how like when it was like the little thing before. First of all, if you have a little version of that is burning at like, what did they say, 1200 degrees Celsius, which is a fucking insanely high thing for it to burn at for over 24 hours. Why do you need to make a big version of that?
Yeah.
You put one of those in like a little energy.
Because they didn't look like, it looks like they were plentiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found a bunch of them, my guy.
Okay, so like just to go over the plot very quickly to get up to where they meet the monsters, they're all trying to dig for oil. Basically, one of the previous captains comes back to the rig to say, "Hey, I'm just coming to check up on you guys. Wow, this seems weird. Why is he here all of a sudden?"
He's the uncle.
He's the uncle.
I don't know if that means like an actual uncle or familial uncle or just a translation thing.
I think he was.
Yeah, I think it was a like. They I don't think they were related by blood. I think it was like a friend uncle.
He was her father's business partner,
best friend or whatever.
He was the one who killed the father.
Yeah, so he shows up. They show and they introduce all of the crew, like the main characters, because everybody gets killed off pretty quickly. Once again, is Hardass, and then also her boyfriend, the character's name is Kim Dong. So I just kept calling Captain Handsome because, wow, he was looking.
Captain Handsome is very good.
Yeah. They have a motorcycle race together to show their love and bond as both friends, masculine and also lovers.
Let's just spend some time talking about the motorcycle chasing.
Okay, let's get to it.
For one thing, it comes out right after a time skip. Like, their Uncle Oil shows up. And then it's a month or so later. Some time has definitely passed.
There's like a montage that happens, yeah.
Yeah, and then people are just finding ways to kill time.
Yeah.
And Hardass and her boyfriend are having this Sonic the Hedgehog-esque motorcycle chase.
One thing
on
I do
an
like,
oil rig in the middle of the ocean.
The CGI for the monster is pretty bad, but the actual set design... and Martin mentioned this, but I'm just going to take it and explain it. The oil rig looked fine, but also it looks like a giant video game, which I think...
Well, I think sometimes...
It looked fine when it was like at eye level, but anything above that was like clearly CGI. Like the pipes were mostly real, but then like the drill, clearly CGI. Like the top of the derrick, clearly CGI. Like the whole thing was just like made on a... It felt like I was watching a sci-fi original.
Yeah.
It absolutely felt like a movie that could have been on television, an ABC original television movie in 2001.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon.
Oh my god, is that a real movie?
Yeah, Tony Danza. It's based on the guy who joined what's Philly's baseball team? You know the movie where Mark Wahlberg played like a normal guy that joined Philadelphia's football team?
Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Invincible. It's based on the same guy that is.
Isn't it just the Phillies?
Huh. Is it?
No.
It was the Phil.
it's
I
the
know.
Eagles. It's the Eagles.
Yeah, it was the Eagles because they're football, and I also know that because of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Baseball.
Oh yeah.
Baseball
It is the Phillies. Oh, you made me doubt it.
But football is the Eagles.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
They're different sports.
Are they?
Yes.
That's up to debate, I think. I mean, let's live our own truths. So yeah, I feel like we don't need to do like a huge dive into the plot. We've gotten to where we need to.
Well, we haven't introduced all of our characters yet. We have Lady Doctor,
Lady Doctor.
Feng Shui.
Yeah.
We've got the two.
Do you want to
best
see
friends
something
who are
funny?
Maybe gay.
On my note, I wrote Dr. Lady, so we kind of reversed it real quick.
Ah, yes. I'm so sorry. That is Dr. Lady.
Yeah.
I do like how the one guy wearing a lab coat who was the doctor constantly talking about feng shui, being like, "Oh, so everyone here is incompetent."
Yeah. Really bad. And I thought all of these characters were going to have a little more time in the film, but basically they get to this point where they've found like these kind of weird little creatures that the doctor's been researching on, both of the doctors. And they're talking about how weird and kind of extraordinary they are, but they're not quite sure what's going on with it.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Sexual harassment Phil takes one out of a tank and his lips get puffed up.
yeah.
Yeah, why did he fucking
seems
do
fucked
that?
up.
It was such a weird scene because you've got the characters talking in the foreground on the right half of the shot, and then your eyes drawn to him in the back left doing something in that tank. It's a comedy shot, but I don't think it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is supposed to be like, watch this. This is a hint of something. But then, like,
If the entire thing, him being bitten and stuff, had happened in that shot, it would have been funny.
Yeah.
Like he's grappling with the fish, but...
And then on top of that, I thought I didn't read the summary for this movie because I wanted to go into it pretty blind, other than finding it recommended as like a good horror kaiju film, which is debatable. But like at this point, in the reaction and how nobody's taking it seriously, like, is he gonna like turn into a zombie and is this like a zombie film? But like his face is getting more and more fucked up as it goes, and nobody's reacting to that.
No,
like,
it goes back to normal. I think he's just got a weird like Stephen King lip.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
Yeah,
just
and
a
just
really
stay, like-
wide upper lip.
like I thought it was like a hint that like, oh, this guy's gonna like maybe he'll mutate into the monster or something.
Yeah.
Or like maybe because of it, like he'll become like the monster's like Renfield and like follow its orders or something. No.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking weird bruise on his lip for the rest of the movie.
Because that wasn't even... Because what I thought happened is that he dropped that fish, it fell down, and it became the monster, but the monster's completely different that they created, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they don't tell
So-
you that till halfway through the movie.
And also, this weird comedy character is pursuing Lady Doctor, and they have a scene where basically Park Hyung Jung, or is her name for the Lady Doctor, and then Hard-Ass are talking about their respective love interest, and how she's annoyed by him. And basically, they cut to a scene where
she's being harassed.
She's being harassed.
It's
yeah.
not like cute or anything.
So like they have it where basically the film starts to pick up and the action starts happening is. The one Lady Doctor is thrown off basically like a sighting of some sort and hits the booth that Hard-Ass is in. She's
And
dead.
the captain's pretty quick to say, like, well, it's suicide. Go ahead and put that on the
Yeah.
cause of death. Even though when the autopsy and the doctor looks at her, he's like immediately like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
Could this be semen?
Yeah, so semen is in her
right
check.
on her face.
Yeah. So I do wonder, how did that happen if she wasn't killed by the monster? Was he also just
Yeah,
covered in
I
cum?
think...
I didn't even think about that. That's a really good point.
I thought he was covered in cum.
Yeah, I think at no point, I think it was just like, maybe this lady just loves cum.
Yeah.
Unrelated to everything else.
She uses that to exfoliate.
It's like
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
I
good for
read-
your skin.
Like she has a little flask, for when times are hard, but it's just full of cum.
I
Yeah,
did.
she was like, well, I'm gonna die. Might as well go out doing what I love.
Yeah. Oh, I've 3 years sober. Back on the jizz.
Okay. This would have been a much better movie if we had the subplot going on. Just the
Yeah, we should
weirdest
have been able to
addiction
write the
possible.
subplot elements.
Yeah, I would have liked to write even the plot for this film because boy, it's thin. So yeah, this happens, and as almost instantly after she's killed, we have another death that happens with who's the character that gets killed right away? The other doctor. Right?
Yeah, Dr. Feng Shui.
Dr. Feng Shui.
Dr. Feng Shui, yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, in between this, they do find, what I call him, sexual harassment Paul.
Yeah.
And they end up tying him to a thing because they're like, we didn't do anything to stop you, but we're going to kill you for killing this person.
Yeah. He's screaming, no, I didn't do it. Let me out of here. And basically, as they hear a weird noise and they go to check out things and they find out the other doctor's dead, they run over there. He's been attacked and then basically dies right after. And then they finally show the monster fully.
And once you see the monster, that's pretty much it. There's not really...
That's the rest of the movie.
I guess you get the twist of that it was a cover-up for some nefarious science experimentation. It's Deep Blue Sea, but with a creature instead of a shark.
I think we should get into a mix of let's talk about the creature and a Moth RuPaul's Drag Race. Moth RuPaul's Drag Race. Because first off, the fashion of this film, I love their little jumpsuits.
I do think whoever was...
The jumpsuits were good.
Yeah, whoever was in charge of dressing all of these characters was no, they gave them all distinct looks going off this basic uniform that they all had to have.
Oh, I bet it was practical as hell having just one jumpsuit that everybody wore, just different.
And then
sizes.
also once again the Leonard Skinner shirt, that was great. That fits the spirit of this movie.
That's good shorthand for being this character fucking rules.
Yeah, this guy knows how to fuck.
I mean, it was very much an element of them being there's one person who knows how to do their job on their whole movie, and unfortunately it is costume design.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you want to show that a woman is of ill repute, just put her in a CBGB's t-shirt.
That's true.
Oh, I did,
visual storytelling.
We did actually, we zoomed past my favorite joke in the film, which, this is before all the killing even starts. They're all hanging out on the deck, they're sharing stories of how they all got their different scars, and, God, someone says something to get someone else very upset, and dude in the Leonard Skinner shirt diffuses the situation by saying, I've got the biggest scar here, it never healed from when I was born, and then he just pulls out his ass.
Yeah, he was going to show his butthole. That's what I got. They stopped him from pulling his thing down, but I don't know.
If this were an R-rated film, we would have seen full ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more or less kind of I don't remember if it's in Jaws, but the scene in Jaws where they're trading, shark bites and injuries they got while working on boats.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be that so much of this stuff is just taken from other, I'm not going to say better movies,
you can say better.
Other movies.
Yeah.
Well, in the case of Jaws, but in Michael Bay, I'm not really going to.
Yeah.
All Michael Bay's movies are better than this movie.
It depends. If we're talking about classic Michael Bay, like The Rock. The Rock does rule.
Yeah. I don't know.
Actually, The Rock rocks. It just really is.
Quarterbacks go home and fuck the prom queen.
Yeah, I don't know if I would rather watch Pearl Harbor than this.
Yeah, that's true. Oh god, what a piece of shit film.
You know what? Maybe not. Pearl Harbor's long as fuck. So maybe I would prefer to watch that.
That's 2 VHS tapes.
This was a cool and crisp hour and 41 minutes because I kept looking at the time. Also, at 40 minutes,
plenty of things you could have cut. There's a lot of flotsam.
Absolutely. At 40 minutes, when the kills are starting to happen in this film and they're running from the creature, I looked at the clock to see if there's 40 minutes left. I'm like, no, that's not good.
I had a similar moment during what I thought was the final moment where the creature goes off the side of the oil rig. And I was just this must be wrapping up. And I paused it, and it said there were 26 minutes left.
Right, I
was
that
you have to be fucking kidding me.
Jamie, I did the exact same thing, and I was so disappointed. It's oh, they're going to kill Captain
I felt
Hansen.
almost like the climax when Captain Uncle threw the lighter at the creature and set him on fire, because it was all in slow motion, and I thought... I didn't see that there was going to be a twist coming, so I was just... Did he know that was going to happen?
It all felt like...
I know that was supposed to happen?
It all felt like event scenes from Resident Evil 4 for the entire film at that point, which I respect, and I like that. But it was
there was a weird moment. Hold on, I'm so sorry, Brandon. I feel like I have to talk about this because I'll forget. The part where the doctor, or the uncle, is sacrificing himself to he's telling him, leave me behind, and the monster is swinging him around, but it goes into slow motion, he is able to see a jar of acid, grab the jar of acid, and throw it on the monster, as if the monster is just lazily swinging him around. When every time we've seen him grab somebody, he's whipping him around like they're a fucking skip it on crack. So it's just suddenly just is Why? Why is this?
He should be getting every bone in his body broken as he's flailed around like a rat.
And when they show him later, when he survives that, he's like walking around like, man, that was easy and breezy.
The effect is done kind of weird too, because it's almost like he's crouching over the camera and just making himself move around like he's being flailed.
It's pretty fun.
It's it's funny.
It's very funny, and it pulled me the fuck out. I was like, why is this shot here?
What's up with the weird scene where there's like the pivot boy, the younger kid who dies by falling into the ocean, but like I guess he was the one who almost got people injured at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then the dude's making him he's
didn't
making
get
him
killed by
get
the
on his
monster, he
knees, roll over.
Yeah.
So like the way his cord snaps is the monster bumps the thing, and that like undoes the. So he starts to fall. But then they stop it, and then they're like, oh, we've got to pull him up. And then it just snaps on its own. That's just bad equipment. I don't think the monster should be able to count that kill.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That
but
case
I'm talking about the scene before that where his friend is just making him roll around on the ground and jump up and grab on, do the cicada on the pipe. And
that's a great scene.
What is this? This seems like a weird...
Yeah, no,
are they lovers? That seemed like a lover's quarrel.
They're definitely lovers.
They're
You
lovers.
saw how much they were protecting each other.
Yeah.
They definitely had with that younger guy. There's like a boy at prep school, like the pretty younger boy who helps all the upperclassmen.
I mean, they're oil rig boyfriends. There aren't many options on Sector 7.
Yeah, but
oil rig boyfriends this summer on Fox.
I mean, there's two women on the entire thing.
Yeah, but one of them is promised to Captain Handsome, and the other one's constantly sexual harassed by sexual assailant Paul.
Yeah.
So eventually, like 50 years down, he could be like, and every day I'd come into the diner, I'd say, would you date me? And then eventually she said yes, and we've been married ever since. Anytime that story's like in an old 80s or 90s movie or sitcom, I'm like, this is the most fucking creepy thing in the world. Specifically when Harry Met Sally. I remember they have that whole interview scenes where they're talking about couples and how they got together. So,
and those were real interviews, too.
God damn.
Hey, the 80s were a different time. I've actually never seen that movie, so I don't know what the couple say about each other.
It's a good movie.
I know it was okay to fake an orgasm in a crowded deli back then.
Yeah. Which is now illegal.
I would argue it still is.
Yeah. Free speech?
It's still cool to do that.
I want to go to that deli and be like, I want an orgasm sandwich.
Yeah. It is a good movie. I do like When Harry Met Sally. But that said, back to this piece of shit film. Which I think I do adoringly love, because I'm going with what Martin and me were talking about earlier. Of it feels like it's a continuous video game you're watching your brother play, and specifically the slow down scene when he's going to grab the acid bottle. I just imagine a little X button where you're supposed to hit it as fast as possible,
lose some frame rate.
Yeah.
If you replace all the humans with Sonic the Hedgehog characters, I think you've got something.
I'd be too aroused to really watch
I would prefer that.
Yeah.
Even that motorcycle chase scene, that would be.
Oh, that's absolutely Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat on this, for sure in my mind.
Even the monster kind of has a perfect chaos kind of look.
A little bit. I get that.
Yeah,
but I do I hated the monster at first because it was just generic looking, but I did like how as the movie kept going on, it just kept getting injured
and more fucked
up. I think it didn't even wasn't supposed to walk like a seal, but one of its legs got screwed up early on, and that's why it walked like it had a club foot.
I'm going to say this: I like the monster design actually quite a bit, because it looks terrible in CGI, yes, but the weird jagged teeth for its mouth and opening, where it's almost I'd say what are those weird creatures? A lamprey, basically.
Yeah.
And then also the tentacle having the weird barbs on it. I'm that's pretty gross and gnarly. I do like that.
And as it,
I liked it.
Go ahead.
I liked it better after the fire. I liked it more after that.
Yeah, as it's just got turned into a piece of beef jerky.
Yeah. Imagine the smells, because it's half oil, half semen.
It had so many coming back from the final death scenes.
Yeah. And once again, this is a video game. This is basically, your Mr. X or your nemesis that you're fighting constantly, waiting for them to drop the bazooka to shoot at it. They kill off the characters, I think, kind of fast, too, where I'm I thought surely they'd keep a few of them around. But like we said, the oil rig boyfriends...
There were so many near deaths that I did think most people were going to survive.
Yeah.
A couple of people had a couple of deaths where it was oh, I'm about to get you, then... Oh! Somebody came and got them at the last second.
The oil rig boyfriends, like I said, they get killed very... They get done dirty.
Oh yeah, no, they have that whole scene where they're like next to boxes.
Yeah.
And one of them just starts clapping.
That's definitely a
They were
language
like, move,
thing.
Yeah,
move
that's
the
definitely-
clutter, and I think he just thought maybe in Korean phonetics, clutter and clapter sound very close. to
That
each
has
other.
to be
That
what
has
it
to be
is.
the case.
For any Korean listeners,
But-
please let us know. Please. We need to know.
But it was very annoying.
Yeah.
I'm just like, use a different word. Like, whichever word sounds like clapping, change it to something else.
Yeah, use the wooden... I've never seen a pile of wooden boxes and been like, that's clutter.
Yeah.
I again, since we don't speak Korean, I'd like to think it's a more common phrase that he's using, but there were a couple of times when I think this wasn't the worst, like, sub that I've ever
Subtitles,
seen, but there was a few times I'm like, well, that's clearly, they could have done more work.
Yeah, shout out to Shout Factory yet again.
They did do one thing that I liked, which I think most subs wouldn't do this. When they were talking about, like, they were doing, like, science jargon, they translate to, in Korean, please, instead of
I do like
English,
that.
please.
I noticed that as well. They also have a bunch of deaths that are like doing all of the horror movie tropes of when the oil rig boyfriends get killed, the one younger crew member basically decides not to help them and escape in the sub, cowardly. So sure enough, it's showing him.
He wasn't the younger one. He was the harassment guy.
That was the
the
captain of the one that the
That was
old guy
captain.
replaced.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was the captain. The harassment guy got killed pretty early.
He
got attacked by the monster and basically said there's a monster here, and they're like, oh, we don't believe him, and then the
Well,
monster
that kind of
showed up.
sucks because I thought the captain was going to end up being like the good guy since he's the one who revealed the conspiracy or the cover up.
Yeah. Which once again, for people listening to the plot summary, and we've been kind of sloppy, the uncle turns out to be evil, and he basically made this whole hybrid monster with him.
Yeah, because the little fish that the monster was mutated from has its blood is essentially like petroleum, but it's a more powerful. Well, it's a new fuel source.
Yeah.
But the dad doesn't want to use it because it's a living creature.
So, in my mind, too, because they never revealed how they made it, and they said that the doctor earlier thought it was semen, do you think they all just jizzed on it a bunch to see what happened and then just turned into a monster?
Now, you think this was the result of a game of Ookie Cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just... Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an ew.
I forgot Okay Cookie was a thing.
Yeah. Well, if you were going to pressure and you saw a certain comedian over and over again.
You know, Ookie Cookie, Battle Biscuits,
And Limp Bizkit.
Oreos, whatever.
What's a good oil rig pun we could come up with?
Fucking
I guess just
Battle
oil rig.
Biscuits is wild.
Was it the successor to I want to say what's the Bakuya, the one where the top spin at each other?
Bakugan?
Beyblades?
Beyblades. That's what I was thinking of.
Bakugan's also topped, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Or no, Bakugan's those little
Little
like
balls. That they
Yeah.
like marble.
Yeah.
Do they do anything other than have heads and arms and then turn into a ball again?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I think there was a game that they fought, but I don't know how.
Yeah, but Beyblades was at least like that's top, so they crash into each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
Gotta
cool.
let them rip.
So
So
have Pogs. Is
Yeah.
everybody here old enough for Pogs?
Yeah, I've
I
still got
Pogs.
Pogs.
Yeah.
I remember Pogs, but I only collected them. I never actually played them.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way, like play them occasionally, but never do for keeps or anything. Pretty much just my brother.
and plus, then if you play them and somebody hits them too hard, you get a dent.
But there was one company, it was Slug Pogs.
Oh, what a
They
great
had
name.
these really gross.
Oh, I had those. Yeah.
Like they, each pack would usually have like a holograph one where it would be like a guy like pulling a big scab off his arm or something, and like a big chunk comes out of his arm, like so the scab's on, and then he picks it off.
Those
Slugs
they're-
getting run over by cars, and I don't know. It was great '90s stuff.
I'm gonna Google
90s,
that real quick
man.
here. And we're back. No, we're here.
No, we're still here.
Okay,
We're
you're
back.
We're good.
The computer did not want me to go search for Pogs. I just realized.
I've had an idea for years. I think it'd be very funny if sex shops would sell Pogs.
Pogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Martin.
Why not just Pogs?
yeah.
With
$1 million idea.
Thank you.
At least $1 million.
I mean, there actually is legs to that if you get licensed from like porn
Yeah.
performers,
I feel like it's
porn formers.
It's easy to advertise. I feel like I'm at this stage with my Instagram. Whenever I pull it up, it's just like playing like sexy women videos. But I'm like, I don't follow that many sexy
See,
women.
you got to fix your algorithm. Everything that it shows me now is all either cooking videos or opening Pokemon cards.
Like, I don't know, you ever been to like a sleazy town and they have those little cards that have like strippers on them?
Yeah.
That work at the clubs?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, just when people used to collect those.
Yeah. I mean, hey, as long as they're respecting and, sex work is work, I'm fine with that.
It's like the opposite of prayer cards.
Anyways,
what were we talking about?
Movie.
Where were we with the movie?
So basically,
We're pretty close to the end.
all
We're
of the
pretty much
characters
talking
have
about
gotten
the
killed
monster.
off except for Hardass. We can just get
yeah.
to that point. I feel like all of the characters get killed off pretty unceremoniously, other than Evil Uncle.
If this had been an actual Michael Bay movie, what would happen is the Hardass and her boyfriend would have been exes.
Yeah.
And they would have kind of hated each other and had a rivalry, and then they would have gotten together by the end of the movie, and he would have stayed alive, and they would have gotten out together. Because
They
it
would
really
have
did.
survived the two goof guys that were like, one got hurt, but then like the other one was keeping them alive. They both would have made it probably.
At least one of them would have made it.
Yeah. But they didn't do none of the formulas were off for this film. It really feels
Well, yeah, the only ones survive are Hardass, but it's not like a depressing movie. There's not like a message they're trying to.
No, they literally show her like getting picked up by the helicopter. Then after she shoots a flare off, surprise, she kills the monster. She gets off the rig, and then basically is like on this little like floatilla area of it, and then a helicopter
like a
picks
big,
her up.
yeah, it was like a big buoy.
Which,
Yeah.
I mean, she drove her motorcycle off the edge of the oil rig into the ocean.
Yes, to avoid an explosion.
Yeah, which we'll get to how that explosion looks, or at least how she looks walking away from the explosion. But every bone in her body would be broken.
Yeah.
I don't care if she's landing in water.
I mean, also with the motorcycle too.
Yeah.
like, which I feel like would like splinter it into like a million like metal pieces of shrapnel going right into her. It's just, man, this movie it takes a lot of liberties.
But yeah, they do she walks away from the explosion because it also has a self-destruct
Yes.
sequence.
Once again, this is a video game. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a video game. Think of the oil rig. The oil rig could just as easily be a spaceship.
Yes.
And there would be no difference in the plot.
Yeah.
It's just an oil rig because then for establishing shots, they can just Google oil rig and use those shots.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this?
So the ending is just like, they show her getting rescued and then just her working at, I guess, one of the rigs that have been repurposed, and they show four other rigs.
You were watching the very ending as we came in, and they're pulling back and there are more oil rigs, but is that supposed to be like,
she found
the
oil.
nightmare continues?
Yeah, I'm
So
curious if they're mining the bug or if it's oil. I assume it's supposed to be like, we will not be stopped. We will, there was oil there the whole time. Congratulations, but they are incredibly vague about it.
And
But
the
that should
music
be
they're
like
playing
a
is like-
bummer
yeah.
if they're gonna we're gonna get that oil no matter what. But they
But
were so gung ho.
The music they're playing is
about
like
that
really
oil.
positive though, so I feel like it's
well-
supposed to be like she did it.
It's the music they're playing, and again, like the messages from her friends that are on that pipe are all like, "We're gonna do it. We're not gonna stop."
The message is that she opened more oil rigs. There was just the one, and they opened more oil rigs in Sector 7.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's stupid.
The message is that she was right, basically.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Drilling in the ocean for oil is good. That's the
message of the film.
I mean, yeah, we brought it up earlier. Literally, one of the people who died, the thing they wrote on the pipe was, "The ocean is beautiful because it's full of oil."
which I don't even really mind that, but I don't know. Why wasn't something like, oh, we're trying to find this mineral so we can create medicine?
Yeah,
Like, that's something
there's
Michael
no
Bay
lesson
would-
learned other than like, man, capitalism fucking rocks.
Michael
dude.
Bay is a director who loves capitalism, but even he would have understood. You got to make these people's characters' motivation not be.
You gotta have a human
oil.
element at some level.
I think even on like a basic level, even with the Transformers film, Michael Bay's like, I don't know if I trust the government.
Even in 2011, that was late enough when people were like, "Yeah, the coal and oil industry's not great."
Yeah.
Like, had the BP oil spill happened yet? When was that?
I'm gonna Google that.
You've got a phone right there.
But I like doing it on the computer. Yeah, we already went through all the movie stuff, so I'm gonna do that.
But yeah,
it was
I mean,
2010.
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's just such a weird. Whoever wrote this script, I don't think had written mini scripts before.
Yeah, and actually, I did have that up. The thing is that I think is always kind of a bummer when you're doing like foreign films is I'd love more details to see what they worked on, but literally the writers were just listed as Yoon Ji Kyun and then Kim Huey, And like it would have been interesting to see if they had worked on other Korean films or anything that we've seen before, but like the Wikipedia didn't have anything else. So, but yeah, that's Sector 7. I feel like we should just go to the reviews.
It's a movie, yeah.
It is a movie.
I'll kick it off, and I think we should go 5 out of 5 semen oil monsters. I'm going to give this a very solid. I was going to say 2.5, but I did kind of enjoy the cheesiness of it. I'm honestly going to say I'm going to go 3 out of 5 semen oil monsters because I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea. I love shitty CGI. I love tokusatsu. It has those elements. It feels like you're watching a video game movie. Overall, it's kind of bad, but I enjoyed it the whole time. If you were a sane person, this would be a 2 or 2.5, I feel like, but I've been ruined by media. So it's a 3 to me. That's just how it is.
I think I'm going to go 2 out of 5 because I just don't really give a shit about this movie, and I don't think this is a movie that you should give a shit about. I think it's just, I don't want to say a popcorn movie. If your goal is to kill about 2 hours in an anhedonic way, then I think this movie will do that for you. There's enough kind of like, if you do like bad movies, there's enough things to where you'll laugh sometimes. You can crack some jokes. I think there are better bad 2000s movies, but I don't know. I was just mostly bored by this, and when the monster showed up, they didn't really do anything interesting with it. I mean, they did as it started getting hurt, but it was clearly they wanted to make so much of this movie just around CGI, and none of the actors know what they're reacting to.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, it's fine if you don't give a shit about anything, and like I said, just want to fill some time, but 2 out of 5.
I think I'm going to give this film a solid 3.5 out of 5.
Whoa.
It's not a great movie, but it's my kind of terrible movie. Because we've watched some real fucking stinkers for Podzooky in the past, and I've had movie experiences where I'm not enjoying myself at all. This one, I was constantly smiling, I was laughing to myself. I can imagine if I was watching it with someone else, we'd just have a healthy back and forth talking about how everything is drenched in cum.
Oh yeah, if me and my friends were watching this together, if me and the boys were doing it, we'd be talking about that semen monster so much.
It's just
Between
a good
kissing.
time. And yeah, it's not great, but it's a good time.
Yeah.
I'll admit, I kind of wish it had been dubbed instead of subbed, so I didn't have to look at the
Yeah, I
screen
think
all
a
the
dub
time.
would have gone a long way with the ridiculousness.
With the 2011 release, if it was dubbed around that time frame, and it was like anime voice actors in the industry at that time.
Oh,
That would
give
have
me
been
Sean
perfect.
Schimmel in
Chef's
there. Give me
kiss.
Sean Schimmel in there now.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear it.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go 1.5.
Damn.
Wow.
Because I fucking hated it.
It's. I
did not.
think even,
It dragged on for too long. There was the pro oil message in it felt weird,
it felt really weird.
and I did not like most of the characters. Like they were just like the fact that our heroine is just like, I do believe there's oil and I will find oil and this is my hero's journey.
That's her only trait too.
Fucking sucks. So
Yeah.
I personally did not care for this. I think I would have had a lot of fun if I was watching it with homies. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I was watching it next to my wife, who was asleep on the couch. So, at the end of the day, I will in a month I will forget I watched this film.
Absolutely. There's like little things.
That's what YouTube movies are for.
Yeah. I feel like if I was flipping through Pluto and I saw this on in the background while I was cleaning, I'd put it on. Like you said, it'd be kind of amusing to see. But watching it directly without the homies is hard. But also, I think I was kind of enjoying it for what it was and imagining it as a better movie. Maybe I boosted the score for that reason. But like, also, anybody who said this movie sucks, I'm not going to argue with that. It definitely sucks.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, it's a stinky. It's a big stinky. But kind of a fun stinky for certain people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a movie. It's got a beginning, middle, and an ending, kind of.
Yeah.
So,
It's sort of there.
it's so hard to create anything. I will give it credit for that. They finished it.
Yeah. Good for
It
them.
was eventually over, and for that I am grateful.
It did end. I feel like we can get into the stupid games section right now. Stupid games. But I didn't plan any stupid games. I've been having a long week. I was sick over the weekend. I almost just want to do, what's the deal with this kaiju?
What's the deal with this kaiju?
What's the deal with this guy, Jews?
What's the deal with these kaijus? Another great jingle. It's a terrible, stupid game section. Usually we'll try to argue the kaiju of the film if it just deserves to be in the pantheon of kaijus and monsters and all the other assignments and categories we have. I wouldn't put the... Yeah. I'd say no, but also Big Oil, though.
Big Oil, for sure.
Big Oil.
Big Oil, the real enemy.
Real question. Big fat load of cum.
I'm thinking of like the black oil monster that Tim Curry plays from Fern Gully. Have we already talked about that one?
We've talked about it a few times.
Yeah, we have, but I don't remember if we added it to the kaiju.
This monster's definitely not a kaiju. I kept calling him Cloverfell.
You've mentioned that monster as much as I've mentioned the burlesque scene from The Great Mouse Detective, which sexually awakened me as a child.
Which burlesque monster? The alligator from All Dogs Go to Heaven?
That also is very sexy. Let's be honest. That's a sexy scene. That's great, and it's fun. No, The Great Mouse Detective specifically just a straight-up burlesque scene with a little mouse character. I'm not crazy. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it for Podzooky.
I probably popped my first tent because of Disney's Robin Hood.
I mean, there's hotties all around.
Teasing the little rabbit kid.
Yeah. Disney movies. I feel like I don't discredit these things. I don't get Disney adults because it seems like they've removed the sexuality from Disney movies. And I think that needs to stay. That's the most important part.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
I've never seen a Zootopia movie, but I've seen some fan art.
I think it's been long enough from the first movie because they got that second one coming out to where like the kids who were turned into furries by the first one might be disappointed that there's not enough sex.
See, I'm imagining a really good sketch I want to exist now of a guy who's only gone to like E621 or like a Rule 34 for Zootopia. He's like, this movie, they just fuck all the time? Like, just has not clearly seen Zootopia, but only
somebody who like saw the movie but like doesn't know about the internet.
Yeah.
And was like turned by Zootopia.
Zootopia is really funny when you think about it for its existence on the internet. It's kind of like, I'd say, a modern version of the My Little Pony era of the internet, too. Less creepy than that, though, too. There's some weird things I don't want to think about for that whole genre.
Get your mason jars.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking about. For those who know, I'm sorry. Anyways, I feel like that's all we gotta do for Stupid Game section. We can get into the good old recommendation and plugs. Because we talked a lot in the beginning. Anybody got any fun things that you can recommend? A feeling, you could recommend anything in the world, and if you got any plugs you want to get out there too.
I got a movie recommendation. Nothing to plug though. I know we've already recommended this movie, or at least I have. I would recommend a good horror movie though. I recently saw a film called Session 9.
I've heard of that. I haven't seen it.
2001. It's a relatively low budget horror film. Its budget's like $1 million. The quick overview of the plot is it is a group of guys who are removing the asbestos from an abandoned insane asylum, and it's actually shot on scene at an abandoned insane asylum, and like the movie looks great. It has wonderful tension. I highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for a good spooky movie. Super
atmospheric, where like it's debatable if there isn't anything actually going on like in the film. Yeah, but the whole atmosphere of it's great. Also, the name of the guy from Jurassic Park, what's his name, is
and Kevin Spacey's Kaiser Soze.
Yeah. Don't say that. No, what's the lead actor? I'm forgetting his name right now for Session 9.
No, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember the actor's name.
He's the main guy from Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Peter Mullen. David Caruso. Stephen Gavitin.
Stop.
No, the guy from Event Horizon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who that is, man.
Why are we forgetting his name? He has a really good...
In The Mouth of Madness.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you're talking about. He's Alan from Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Wow,
we've all Grant. Or Dr. Grant. Alan Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the actor's name.
Oh my god, I should know this.
Is that Peter Mullen?
That's not Peter Mullen. No, not David. Maybe he's not in the film.
Yeah, here's the whole cast list. I don't know who you're talking about.
I thought it was the other actor, but it's not him. I think it was David Caruso.
Sam Neill. Sam Neill is who you're thinking.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill's not in that film. Did I imagine it was Sam Neill?
Yeah, I think you did.
Sam Neill's in Jurassic Park, but he's not in...
He's not in Jurassic Park. He's not in Session 9.
Oh, okay.
A character that looks a lot like Sam Neill is the main character in that film.
Okay, well, we realized that Brandon doesn't know what he's talking about again.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a whole podcast called Podzooky that's completely cataloged that for years. And also, if you ever want to figure out my social security number, once again, it's... Okay.
God, I don't know. Go for a walk. It's nice outside. It's not cold
nice.
yet. At least here in Chicago. So
I really like that where I live off from the Brown Line, the Western stop. It's like a 15-minute walk to my house at this exact address. No, but I do like. I like it's the perfect time frame of a great walk, and it feels like you get some good exercise. But this time of year, it's really nice.
I actually could recommend a book. It's a recent book that came out last year in 2024. It's called Rejection. I cannot pronounce the author's name off the top of my head, so I'm not going to try. But it's Rejection. It came out in 2024 last year, and it's really good. It's kind of a bunch of different... I guess all the stories are sort of disconnected, but they all also sort of come together at the end, kind of like a herald. But they're all about people who were rejected by others, rejected by themselves. It's just a good book, and it was also, I rarely read books that came out in the last 10 years, so it was kind of cool to read a book that came out that mentions Chris Chan directly.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I got to read that.
So, yeah.
I think for recommendations and plugs, I'm gonna recommend The Host because we mentioned it earlier. That's a great version of this for a Korean horror film.
That's a wonderful movie.
God, I love The Host. 2006, making this film in 2011, 5 years later, looked like
I
gas.
haven't even out of high school yet. That seems weird.
I know.
All right, can I recommend something?
Yeah.
Oh, go for it.
I'm going to recommend my favorite Korean film, the 1999 classic Attack the Gas Station.
Oh, I love Attack the Gas Station. I've seen that one.
It's about 4 disaffected youths who get bored, rob a gas station, and then get bored again a week later, rob the gas station again, and this time take everyone who works there hostage. It's very charming. It's a comedy.
There's one scene that like really sticks to my mind of when they're talking about the Pepsi symbol, and it shows that one of the characters is so stupid they thought it was the Korean flag.
Yeah.
It's really
It was like, what do you mean Pepsi's not Korean? The whatever the symbol's called, it's right there.
Yeah, it's there's so many great scenes in that film. I love that one.
Yeah, and apparently it's also a big like social commentary on like how Korea was at the time in 1999. But I'm not Korean, so I don't really have that to pull from. But I do enjoy it just because I think it's just kind of a dumb, fun comedy.
Yeah. Man, Korean cinema is really...
Yeah, young, dumb, and full of comedy.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's our monster here. Oh, I forgot also for plugs, because I'm going to literally release this, I think, right on Thursday, so you have 3 days, like I said, on Monday, October 20th, to get over to Cafe Mustache at 7 p.m. to see Genius Night, and you can hear me talk about magic lore. But also Sadie Landcreed, former guest and champion of the show, will also be on that lineup with me, so...
Nice.
It's a good show. And then also, second Wednesday at 7 p.m., at Lincoln Lodge, Thirst for Adventure, it's a show I do with Hobart and a bunch of other friends for D&D. We have comedians. You know the drill. Go there. It's really good. It's a good show. I think that's about everything. Anybody else? Anybody?
Nah.
Anybody? All right, we should get out of here. We should leave.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's the Halloween episode.
Oh yeah.
Spooky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Scary.
Are you only putting these out monthly now?
We're doing it bi-weekly still, so...
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to get one more recording and release it, I think, almost exactly on October 30th. So
Was it last year we did the Paula Halloween special, or was that a couple of years ago?
That was a couple of years ago.
Okay. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I try and rewatch it every year because it's hilarious.
Should we just do it again?
I mean, I think it's too late now, but we could try.
Yeah.
I'd be down to do it next year.
That scene when he's a trucker, it's so good.
Because, in the 70s, they were so starved for anything that trucking jargon was a fad.
Yep.
Yeah.
My dad had one of those ham radios. His call sign was Baby Huey.
Oh, we talked about this because I hate that fucking duck.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah, God, that giant stupid baby.
Yeah.
He's not even a baby.
He is a baby. He's just big and strong.
He actually is supposed to be a baby?
I think so, yeah. He's just a big, strong baby.
Kinda
I don't know. He could just be emotionally infantile and he just thinks he's still a baby. But I always took it as that he is a baby. He's just big and doesn't realize how big he is because he's a baby. Like if Superman was a baby and he had foibles with being strong, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Baby Huey. I'm gonna research him and have an answer for the next episode about Baby Huey. But also, I still hate.
Is Baby Huey a baby?
Yeah.
See what.
Turn in next time for Podzooky.
See what every AI assistant has to say.
Actually, here's a great thing about Baby Huey. He was president. God, what this fucking stupid day and age we live in.
Yeah.
Should have left on a more positive note.
Yeah, did you know Baby Huey started the diaper deviant craze?
Yeah. That could be true. Don't Google it. Anyways, we should do our sign off. I think we can do it. Thank you again, Jamie, for doing this.
Yeah,
thank you again for having me.
Go back and listen to previous episodes that we've had you on for Halloween, because I think about when you talk about when you broke your arm during Halloween, when we did the movie we did was the Stephen King.
Yeah, we did Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive.
We made you!
Yeah.
We made you!
We should go back and watch that.
I guess it hasn't, because I feel like I did that one over Zoom or over Discord too.
Yeah, that was during.
So I guess it hasn't been 7 years.
Yeah, this podcast feels like it's been going for a while, in a good way though.
Sometimes the years are just kind of hard to pick out, and rather than it being a line, it's a field, and I don't remember exactly when this happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. So you try and remember what bands you were listening to or what you were watching on TV.
Yeah, unfortunately, every time it's just They Might Be Giants.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Well, age comes for us all. I'm just gonna leave on a
doing the thing.
We should do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we should.
Robot Man got one plan.
Wait, were we still doing that one?
Yeah, only drive car fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we messed it up then.
We regret that you have not yet complied with our order.
This show has been brought to you by Machine Culture.
The words get stuck in my throat.